Welcome back to Runeverse. I'm Andrew, and this time I'm opening up two more structure decks for Build Divide. These are the third and fourth. I think they're released alongside the fourth booster set, which I don't have, so just the starter decks today. Let's take a look at this blue one first. I guess it's a translation title here I've got is Genius Girl Clad Like a Dragon. And I do have some translations off to the side. So we'll be able to see what these cards do as we go through it. Got the mat. Rules again. Don't know if this is any different from before. Looks like it might be the same because it's still got the first structure deck cards and the second deck cards here. In the illustration here, the Lionel and Bloom. And then next is a actual playmat, it looks like. Energy Zone and Field. I don't remember if I had these before, but this is not the type of thing I would have used anyway. So let's get into the cards. Little pull tab. Pretty easy. All right, so first up, nice foiling there. We've got Yinglong Vessel Ushering Destruction. Of course, this is our ace, so we've got the Psychokinetic Dragon trait there. And sorry, I was reading the name of her territory. This card is called Iris of the Nine Dragons, Soaring the Skies. She is a human psychic, or Psy. And as an activated ability, you can attach a command card from your hand as a plus 1,000 power aura to this unit if she doesn't already have one. So that's an interesting, I think that's a new mechanic of the set, is that some cards let you use commands for an alternate purpose, which is to give plus 1,000 to your cards by attaching them to your psychics with their abilities. And she says you can pay 3 blue to give her plus 2 hits if she has an aura. So you can give her an aura, bring her up to 6,000, and then pay 3 blue to make her hit for 3, which could be very strong. I assume we'll have more copies of her. But for now, we'll see the territory. This is the Yinglong Vessel Ushering Destruction. When an aura is attached to your psychic unit, draw a card. So that's pretty good. You get to attach, give it plus 1,000, and also draw a card, giving cycling and permanent plus 1,000, also activating other abilities. So that seems like a cool territory to play with. And then, of course, 3 more regular copies of her. We've got this Buster unit, Ronka Ravine Interceptor. 5 cost, very steep blue requirement there with 5,501 hit. Attach a command card from your hand as 1,000 power as an aura. Might shorthand that in the future here, but for the rest of the turn, she gets plus 4,000 and then a territory bonus of 3,000. So her ability is that she can get very big, and we got 4 of her. Next up is Record Imperishable Memory. This unit can open any blue territory. You just have to pay the cost. We got 4 of that. Wista Flying Downwards cannot be blocked. And if your territory is open, you can attach a command as an aura. And for the rest of the turn, this gets plus 1 hit. And again, I'm shorthanding that. You got to attach the command card to give it plus 1,000, and it can't already have an aura attached to it. So these are basically one-time abilities as well. Oh, just 3 of those. And we've got Matsurika Surveilling Through the Darkness. She says to attach 2 command cards as 2 auras if she doesn't already have them, and deal 6,000 damage to all your opponent's units. So she's cost 6, but she can grow up to 8,000 and deal 6 to all of your opponent's units if you're willing to give up 2 command cards from your hand. So just 2 of those seems about right. Surveillance Formation is a command, so target a unit, and for the rest of the turn it gets plus 2,000 power, and then you can attach it as a plus 1,000 power aura to your psychic unit, which is very interesting because you do have to attach it to a psychic unit, so you can't just throw auras onto anything. They have to have that Psi ability. But a lot of the other cards have abilities, extra effects that trigger when they get their aura, and this would not trigger that. You'd just be giving them their aura without getting their special ability. So I'm not totally convinced, but it is a quick spell, which is nice. So 4 of those. Clairvoyance says you can also pay this card's cost by removing a blue card from your hand and paying 1 blue. So instead of paying 4, you can pay 1 if you're willing to lose a card. Target one of your units, and for the rest of this turn, it gets plus 4,000 and cannot be targeted by your opponent except by your opponent's commands that are played as triggers. So it doesn't protect from triggers, but it can protect from commands that come out normally. This card seems pretty good. Reminds me a little bit of Force of Will from Magic the Gathering. Clearly not as good as that, but pretty good. Next up is Rayhawk, Telekinetic Missile. Target a unit and deal it 12,000 damage at the cost of 6, but as a shot trigger, that's pretty good. And then we've got a few red cards here left in the deck. Basilanger, Vigorous Brave General. He gets plus 3,000 and Decoy while your territory is open, and he has Berserk, 3 of him. We've got Soldan, Steady Crossbowman, a vanilla 2 cost with 3,000. 2 of that. Breaking Through the Front Door. Choose on one of the following. It's a shot trigger. Target one of your opponent's units with a total cost of 4 or less. Put it in the energy zone as rest, or target one of your opponent's units with decoy and put it in the energy zone at rest. So it's something that is 4 or less cost, or something with decoy. And then we've got a Break from the Fight. Shuffle your deck and put the top card of your deck to the front of your life zone. It's basically costs 1, but it lets you heal. But as a shot trigger, that's not terrible. But I wouldn't want to play that to gain 1 health. There is 1 card on my translation sheet here that I didn't see. So I'm wondering if I accidentally skipped it. And it looks like I did. So we've got 2 delay tactics here and 2 clairvoyance. So clairvoyance is the one I read earlier, where you can pay a card from your hand to play it for only 1. And this one is delay tactics. I'm not sure which one I was holding up at the time, but this delay tactic says target up to 1 unit, and for the rest of this turn it gets -2 hits and draw a card. So I kind of like that. Prevent a little bit of damage and draw a card is nice. And as a shot trigger, that's nice. And then as something you might want to give up for an aura, it's not bad. Although I do tend to like cards that let me draw a card to replace them. So I might prefer to play that in order to draw a card. But anyway, that is Genius Girl Clad Like a Dragon. The aura mechanic definitely seems interesting. Let's check out the other deck with the translated title, The Rakshasi's Furious Reign. We'll get this open. Okay, so we're going to have the same kind of junk that I don't need. So we'll skip past that this time. Get straight into here. See if I can get that pull tab as easily as the previous one. Yeah, not bad. And we'll start out with the foil ace on top here. Parhadra, Avatar of the Sacred Flame, with the Rakshasi trait. And she is an angel and a holy soldier. It says during your turn, your other holy soldier units gets plus 3,000 power. And while your territory is open, you can discard a card and target 1 battling holy soldier unit for the rest of the turn. The next damage it receives is nullified once per turn. Okay, I just watched the first episode of Code White, and that ability was used in the anime, so that's interesting. It didn't look like a white card, it looked like a red. There's a lot of fire going on, so I didn't realize this was going to be a white card. So it's very interesting. Well, basically, you can discard cards to save your creatures that are already in play, which is not bad. We've got our territory, Fiery Palace of the Holy Flame. During your turn, when your holy soldier unit is destroyed, is returned to the hand instead, and it is considered not destroyed. So it seems like a very powerful ability. You're able to return your holy soldier units to your hand whenever they die. I'm not sure how many holy soldiers we have. At a glance, it looks like several, definitely a good number. So the fact that you kind of throw them away into opposing creatures, maybe make good trades, and then you get your card back, which is really nice. And we've got Grave Avatar of Repulse, territory bonus of plus 3,000. So a pretty simple buster unit there. Few more copies of Parhadra. Wow, this is a cool art. I like the colors on that. Kind of a watercolor vibe. It's like this is Rasia, Avatar of Mountain Vapors. While your territory is open, when she attacks, you can get one of your other holy soldiers and an opponent's unit and destroy your own in order to bounce the other one to your opponent's hand. So Basically, you have to destroy your own guy and to return your opponents to their hand. But if you destroy one of your holy soldiers during your turn while your fiery palace of the holy flames is open, you will get that back to your hand. So then they both go to the hand, which could be nice for getting out pesky blockers or to slow down your opponent's resource expenditure a bit. Here we have Narjit, Avatar of Valor. As a quick activated ability, destroy him and target another holy soldier to give it plus 3,000 until end of turn. It's pretty interesting. So if you wanted, you could just pay 3, use his ability to give plus 3,000, return him to your hand. If you have your territory open, play him again for another 3, and maybe if you've got 9 resources late game, you could use that 3 times. But he also has the territory bonus of reducing all damage to him by 3,000. So not bad. Here we have Garika, Avatar of Altruism. She says, as a quick action, destroy this unit and target another holy soldier unit, and it gets plus 3,000. So very similar to Narjit, but she only costs 2, which if you wanted to chain them, actually, this would make it easier because you only have to pay 2 for each iteration. Equil, Writing Down History, can open any white territory paying the costs, and a little 3 cost anteater looking guy. Fangs of the Furious, it's a quick command. You can also pay the cost by removing a white card from your hand and paying 1 white, and for the rest of this turn, all your units get plus 3,000. So it's a surprise way to get plus 3,000. Just 2 of those. Sorting Jar says target a player. The player returns 1 of their own units to their hand. Straightforward bounce. Super Rational Ostracism, target up to 1 of your opponent's units, and for the rest of this turn, it cannot attack or block. Draw a card. My favorite 3 words. That definitely seems strong and annoying. And then getting into some black cards here, we have Labruka, Eyes Without Light, 4 cost vanilla. Foulness Chimera. So it goes without speaking that some of these black cards are not going to be holy soldiers here. But it says territory, it has decoy, and also while your territory is open, when this unit is destroyed by battle, if your life is in the red zone, destroy the unit that battled it, if it costs 8 or less. So big guys can get away unscathed. Otherwise, he's got a little bit of a death touch effect. Ghastly Punishment says choose one of the following. Target 1 of your opponent's units, and for the rest of the turn, it gets minus 5,000 power. Target 2 of your opponent's units. For the rest of the turn, they get minus 3,000 power. So minus 5 to 1 unit or minus 3 to 2 units. And that would be a 2 of. And then we've got Creeping Fear. Just choose one of your opponent's units, and if its power is at 10,000 or less, destroy it. So that's pretty straightforward. 4 costs to destroy something. So thanks for looking at these 2 decks with me. Let me know which of those you find more interesting. I'm certainly interested in the white one because it was what was played in the anime. I don't think anybody played this blue deck yet, but I like the Psychics and the Aura. Now I feel like I need to look at Booster Set 4 some more to see what other Psychic Aura stuff is going on. Maybe I can even get these 2 decks to the table and have them battle out, or maybe play a little mini tournament with the other 2 trial decks. I also have the Madoka Magica deck that I'm putting together a full list for, and hopefully it won't be too strong such that it wouldn't be able to compete with some of these decks. Although maybe with some of my other cards I could make some tweaks and play a little tournament with cards that aren't just the trial deck. So anyway, let me know what you'd be most interested in, if anything, as I look at Build Divide a little bit more. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so we get more subscribers, and bye.